What's up, everybody? Another one again. So we making progress today. This is the second video. So as I mentioned in the previous video, we're doing top 5 crypto coins. We started with DENT. We worked our way to Electroneum. So if you're new to cryptocurrency, you might want to like figure out, dang, how do I get these coins? So the easiest way that I found for me was to actually click on the coin that you're interested in. So since this is one of my top 5, we're going to just use this coin as an example, Tron. So the first thing you do is you click on it, and this is for those who are looking to actually purchase cryptocurrency, or how do you go about purchasing cryptocurrency? How do you do it? You know what I'm saying? It's much easier now, I'm pretty sure, than it was years ago when this whole thing kicked off. When I first heard about crypto, I had no idea what the guy who was explaining how to buy Ethereum at the time. Man, it was just so confusing. Like, you know, he was talking about going to certain websites and using meta this, and I was like, what the, you know, why is it so hard to buy it? You know, I do want to make a good ROI on my investment, but why is it so hard to buy it? So I would say from that point to where we are now in the space is much easier. So the first thing I do is, of course, I use CoinMarketCap as my go-to. It's sort of like my trading desk, you know, like a public trading desk, if you will. You know, you can go here, you can find most of the coins and what they're evaluated at. You can find, excuse me, I'm working my way through a cold, so I might sound a little stuffy, but I had to get these videos out, considering I'm getting a couple of views on other ones, so I don't want to leave anybody stranded. So first thing you would do is, well, what I would do when I'm evaluating a coin is go to CoinMarketCap. You go here and it has pretty much all the coins that you'll probably be interested in. And then what I generally do is I go to the chart to see where, you know, the previous highs are. You know, when the last time it hit that high, you know, where the lows are, when the last time it hit that low. That's pretty much it. You know, I go to the chart. I'll have more videos breaking that down, but right now, only thing I'm just trying to get through is finding a coin that you like by looking at the long list, going to their website, seeing what kind of project it is. After that, just dig a little deeper. So we clicked on a coin off of the CoinMarketCap website. So I check out the volume like I told you in the other video. I like to look at 24-hour volume, see how much money is going through that project. You know, if you see this at $50,000, I mean, why would you get involved with something like that? You know, you can't, it just doesn't seem like a good idea. But you see something with, you know, a large amount of money, you look at the market cap and that's looking good. I don't really get into this circulating supply and total supply because at the end of the day, it's digital. So these numbers can be manipulated to me, you know, and visibly they can show you this, but on the flip side of things, it could be something else. So I don't pay attention to that too much. I'm just looking at the value for the most part. So then we go to the website. Now, I'm familiar with Tron. Tron is a big, big project. They got a lot going on, everything from BitTorrent to they're buying all type of small applications and turning them into, I don't know. This guy, Justin, has a big plan. He's a young cat, you know. He's doing big things. So I have really, really good confidence in this coin. When I first came into the space, this along with Electroneum was one of my favorite coins, you know, before that severe correction that the cryptocurrency market had. But, you know, these coins sustain that and they're continuing to grow. So it's looking good. And I like that. So now I want to get involved. What I would do is you come here and you look at the market pairs, you can choose volumes, and it's going to bring up most of the exchanges where you can go and purchase this particular coin. And it generally has the one that's doing the most volume right at the top. And if I was anybody, you know, looking at something like that, I would definitely look to get my shares, if you will, or my coins off of that exchange. But this coin does very well on a lot of exchanges. As you can see, the numbers are looking really, really nice, really, really good, and that's what we want. So that's basically how I find the exchanges to buy the coins that I want. You know, you go to the market pairs and then you find an exchange that, you know, you have to do it how you feel comfortable doing it. Some of these exchanges, they want KYC, which you have to turn in your ID, maybe a utility bill to verify who you are. People are opposed to that. They feel they should just be able to go online, buy whatever coins they want, and that's that. But, you know, we live in a society that has rules, and you got to play by the rules. So everybody has to play by the rules so everybody can be protected. And a lot of fraudulent stuff don't go on. People don't get their money just wiped out really easy with some scams or anything like that. So some of this stuff is important, and it's better for you to just go ahead, sure up who you are, so that way your experience on the exchange is just going to be that much more better, that much more safer, you know, because you're dealing with money, so you want to be protected. So you got to go through these exchanges, find the one that works for you. Like I said, I would just probably go at the top with all of this money and see what they're about. If you don't like them, you have a nice list depending on what coin you have. Some of the coins are not on all the exchanges, but, you know, that's for you to do your homework. That's just one quick step that I wanted to show, you know, how to get your coin that you want to invest in. Really easy, and that's just that. So we're just going to move on. A real quick recap again. I feel like I don't want to miss anything when I'm explaining some of these, because it's very, very important when it's paper on the line, just to be straight up. When you got your paper on the line, you don't want to be playing no games. You know, you want to be making gains, not playing games, you know? So something that I wanted to mention when I was on this site that I forgot is just how much they're growing, man. You know, I remember at one point a few years back, this number was at like 2, you know? So they're growing users. And out of all the cryptocurrency that's out there, even up to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is just an instrument used, you know, to get from A to B. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what it's used for. You know, you can store it, you can do all of that stuff all you want, but at the end of the day, you're going to be at one point and end up at one point with Bitcoin, you know? But there's so many cryptocurrencies out there that's like, the projects is doing stuff, you know? Like, take for instance, this one. You have a whole AnyTask platform. People are selling services and goods from all over the world, though. You know, not just where I'm at, which is the United States, and that's fine. You know, you can come out here and find all kind of things for sale. But to connect with people who don't really have access to all of the resources that you probably have, and they can provide just as better service or product as anybody else. I mean, don't you think that's some value in that? So this is why this is one of the more touted coins that I like, because they just doing a lot, making a lot of moves. I've been silently and loyal to the project because they doing good, man. And if you follow them, you know they doing good. And you got a lot of haters out there that don't like the coin for the reason that so many people like the coin, that you know, they spreading a whole bunch of negative and false, in some cases, information about the coin. But you know what I've noticed since dealing with them? All of those people and all of those communities that were forming against Electroneum, they're gone. They're fading away slowly with more success from this company. So keep it up, Electroneum. They doing a thing. I wanted to just specify that specific thing because it's very important you understand that this is growing. They have a free mobile app available on both devices, Android and Apple. Just for downloading the app, you get what they're giving, like $2 or $2 or $3 a month from them, you know, which is not important, but you know, if you just download the app, add it, turn on the rewards function, you're going to be earning crypto, free crypto, like, you know, for nothing. Just, and then if you know, just not doing nothing, you're on a bus, you got some downtime at work, you go through the app and you see all the stuff that's available in that AnyTask platform, you're going to be all in, like, you know, this is interesting right here. So take a look at this. Don't sleep on Electroneum. They doing a thing. Let's see. Let's check out the market cap on them. Let's do a deep dive. A deep dive on Electroneum. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, since I've been in crypto, I've been watching this company. So I'm a little biased to them, you know. I'm not going to hold you up. Definitely a little biased, but if they win, we all win. That's how I feel. Because it's for the people. Where do you got a platform you can go sell goods and services and there's no fees? There's no fees for that. I forgot to mention that. So look at this volume. And let's look at the chart first, okay? Let's look at this chart. Let's stick that up. See if that changes. I just want to basically show you that for a long time, the value has been at, of course, less than a penny, but 0.004, okay? It's been around there ranging. So this is considered kind of a floor right here. Look at this, just this length of time, from damn near, let's say May, from May of 19 to March, to damn near March of 2020, it's been trading in the range of that. You might ask, like, why is that important? Because for the longest, that range it's been trading, the volume has been around, at some points, less than $100,000, and now you got it at 1.3. Those are things I like to look at. Indications that's showing me that's growth within the company. They're slowly moving up the ranks at 109. Always good to see them in that top 100. Always better to see them in that top 50. So, yeah, I just, pay attention to this coin. You can get it free just by going to the App Store and downloading the Electroneum app to your phone and start mining. Use my code that's in the description. Connect with me on Facebook. I got all the links in the description, okay? Let's make 2020 that year because, digital rules. That's just it. That's facts, okay? That's what we headed to, ladies and gentlemen. Digital rules. And, digital stackers, we're going to be right at the top. So we did Electroneum. We did Dent. Let's move on to that number. Where we at? Yeah, let's move on to that number 3, which is what I call, this in Tron I kind of call like OG coins, because they have been, I wouldn't even say OG coins. They're my OG coins. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been in the game for me since the beginning, right? So, like I said, I got a few years under my belt in this space. So, of course, I kind of stick to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're still around. The volume on Verge is, like I told you, around 500K. For me, I'm good with that. If it's doing that on a daily basis, and I know at certain points this coin has been in the high millions, of dollars being traded, then I just understand that, this is representation of what the market is. The market in totality is just screwed up right now. But it's really about where's the growth coming from? And is the coin having any growth spurts, during this duration? So for me, Verge being a older coin for me, of course it is. Let's go to their website. Talk about this one because it's interesting. Their payment system. What can I say? Transaction wise, I never really used this coin other than to transfer from exchange to exchange. So I don't know the capabilities of using this blockchain. I just don't know. I don't know if anybody would want to use it. You know, they preach privacy, but some, you know, I don't know. I guess if you're a tech savvy person, you probably could tear through their privacy. I've heard, you know, their wallets are not anonymous and stuff like that, but I don't care about any of that. I'm not in this space to be hiding. What do you want to come to crypto and hide for? Like, this is good technology some of these projects be having. Why would you want to be hiding in crypto? Like, you know, but everybody's different. Website clean, you know, once again, they're on all of the platforms. They got that covered. You can get all kind of wallets everywhere and, you know, keep your money here, keep your coins there, whatever. If you into all of that stuff, I guess that's appealing to you. I just want to know what the company is doing and how they look to grow, you know? I don't care about the functionality of making people feel like they should buy this to do this. You should have a reason to want to buy the coin, you know? They're listed on a lot of exchanges. Not a lot, I wouldn't even say a lot. They're pretty hard to find, at least, let me see. 4 out of the 5 exchanges I use don't have them listed, which I thought was strange, but you know, maybe their blockchain is a little complicated. They can't list it on the exchange, and that's that. But I just like this coin because I've seen it in the past. Oh, it is on Pornhub. You know, you can use it as a payments system on Pornhub. Brazzers, you know, those are porno sites, of course, but if you into that. They have some other companies listed. These companies I'm not familiar with. So, but yeah, this is my number 3. I don't want to spend too much time. They don't have like exciting stuff. Where's their roadmap? Just brief over. Let me just get reacquainted with them again. So I guess the newest thing that they're supposed to be doing is coming out with a desktop wallet, Electron-based wallet with better performance and minimalistic UI design. So I guess a better website. So that's what they're working on, 5% complete. So it must not be that important. This seems to be the most important one out of these that's left, which is the official Android wallet update for Verge. But other than that, nothing going on. But this is my number 3. All right. So we did Dent, Electroneum, Verge, and my number 2 will be, this is another Chinese coin, and for my number 1, I'll just make another video and we'll talk specifically about my number 1, why I like it, and we'll break down some stuff about that. But my number 2 is, they must have fell far. Did I pass them? Let's see if I passed them. Oh, man. Wow. So my number 2 must have dropped down into the 70s, maybe. Ooh, here they go. All right. IOST. This is my number 2 coin I like. See the price point, 0.005, you know, very low for this coin. Let's look at the history. I mean, this is a coin that at its best performance was, what, 9 cents? Lovely. So we got this at 0.005. Look at that juicy amount of volume going through it. We like that, right? So let's go to the website. Check it out. They're ranked 79 on CoinMarketCap. I just got into this coin. They got a nice community on YouTube. Nice little Facebook community. Some people was passionate, had some great information about the company, what they doing, some of the functionality of the coin itself. And I was interested, so I started following them. Got involved with the project, and I think it's going to be big if I can get my slow internet to come on. But I do think this project IOST is going to be a big one. I do believe that they're very, very undervalued. If anything, you know, they're comparable as far as like what they're trying to do to market. Because I seen this had dApps and stuff. You know, most of the coins that have like dApps deal with, you know, real large amount of payments, because in dApps you have to pay out multiple people that participate. So your coin has to be fast, and it has to be able to handle that large amount. And from what I'm hearing and seeing out here, this IOST is one of those. It's a Chinese company too as well. So like I mentioned, here's some statistics. They got a lot of information on their website about the coin. Here's some of the companies they're involved with. I'm pretty sure some of these are like Chinese companies. Yep. So this is my number 2. And in my next video, I think I went over a little bit on this. So we're going to wrap this up. My next one, we'll talk the number 1, and then we'll move from this conversation and switch over to Forex, because today is the 1st of March, which is another day the market opens in some hours, and we got to get to breaking out some charts and talking about that. So like and subscribe, go through those links, participate in that ETN-Rewards program that they got. If you download the app, use my reference code and receive that much more in rewards. So it's a good look. Also, hit that Facebook Digital Stackers page and like the page. Stay connected. I put a lot of videos over there that I'm gonna make. So that's it. That's all I got for y'all. See y'all in another one. And we